Alright, we are down to the last little, just got to go, I don't know if you can see that ditch here or not. I got to work my way over there, and that is the last field of corn. This farm was, sludge was put on it, so it should turn out to be pretty good corn. Yeah, but we are down to like 7 acres of corn. So it's been a long, well, it seems like I started and then we had to stop, wait for rain, then I started again, but knocked out a lot of acres pretty quick, and the corn that we do have coming up is pretty, I mean, it looks really good so far. So new planter seemed to do pretty good, so pretty happy so far. Just make sure it all comes up. They did get a little wet and a little chilly, so some of it hadn't come up yet, but I did dig some up, and the taproot's going down and it's starting to sprout pretty good. So it'll be up here soon. It's calling for a little bit warmer weather. I think we're supposed to get some showers tomorrow. So but yeah, I'll be glad I'm done. I got about 35 acres left of bean ground to burn down. I get this done and take the planter home. I will be going over and knocking that 35 acres out, and then be getting this planter cleaned up. We're going to leave a little bit of nitrogen in it for the winter time, but we're going to clean it up, unhook it, hook the 1790 to 1631 up, and roll right into planting beans. I still got to probably put fungicide on the wheat, but I'm actually, this year we had a problem with last year that I think we sprayed it too early. The chemical company wanted us to spray it. It hadn't hit it out yet. I don't think the fungicide worked as good. So this year I'm going to wait until it all heads out. Then I'm going to hit it with fungicide, and I think it'll work a little bit better that way. So I don't know if I'll be able to get all the beans planted. We're going to do quite a bit of beans this year. Cut back on corn a little bit, but we still covered plenty of acres. We're going to do more beans this year. So I think I'm hoping I can get all the beans in the ground and then switch over and go spray the wheat. That way I don't have to take a break in between, is what I'm hoping on doing. But I'm down to bags right now. I just planted all the last of the proven 40 corn that we got treated. We're trying that out, and hopefully that stuff works. You know, they talk about it working, but let's hope that it does work. We tried 200 acres of it, so the rest of it, you know, we just wanted to try a small amount and see if it worked. And if it does work, then next year we'll probably go up on it. But yeah, I'm gonna get the beans. I want to get switched over and get rolling in the beans, but like I said, they're calling for rain for 2 or 3 days, so that'll probably stop us for a little bit from actually getting the beans in the ground. But if it does rain, I'll probably just focus on cleaning this up and getting everything unhooked and hooked back up to the bean planter and get it ready. Not much I got to do to it, but getting it ready. And my countertops are coming tomorrow for our kitchen that we put in. We gutted the whole kitchen. It's been 2 months of brutalness without a kitchen. So my buddy Gary, you've seen him on here in earlier videos, he did all the work. We got the kitchen pretty much done other than the countertops, and he's got to come back and put the handles on the cabinets. Home Depot did mess up on the cabinet doors, but they have contacted me the last 2 days. They're going to supply us with the new style doors that we wanted. So, you know, they were messing up a lot. They messed up on some of our appliances, but I'll admit, the woman over there, I forget what her name is, I guess she's like the main boss. She has contacted me 2 days in a row when she said she would. Most people say they're going to call you, and they never do, but she has called me and kept her word, and trying to get us a new cabinet and stuff. So, well, we're going to keep the cabinets, but they're giving us the style doors that Miss Eastern Shore Farmer actually ordered. So that's good. And then some of the appliances we bought, all new appliances that were expensive as hell, and some of them were messed up. They did the dishwasher was damaged when we opened up the box. They did give us a new one. Well, they gave us our money back, and we went and got a new one. The refrigerator, for some reason, the water won't come out, and it's a Samsung, and they're a nightmare to deal with. But this woman has been working and trying to figure out what it is to get somebody down to figure out what's wrong. So she's done a good job. I'll give it to her. She's really worked with us. So, but main goal is now is getting the corn done, and that'll be done here in another 5-10 minutes. And then I gotta go spray, and that'll be done. And then getting this cleaned up and getting the bean planter hooked up and switching the flag over, because we're Trump 2024 in this John Deere piece of equipment. Thank you. Sorry, but Biden's an idiot. He shouldn't even be the president. You know it was a corrupt election. But let's not get political. Alright, so my brother unhooked the ripper. He got done ripping, so now we hooked the disc up to his tractor. We gotta go work a couple fields up. The turbo till won't quite get deep enough to level off, so I figured I'd put him on the video today. That boy is such a worker. Like I said, I got done corn yesterday, and I'm glad because it is just starting to drizzle. I was turboing up our new 120 acre farm or something we got, where we cleaned the ditches out. I was getting all around the ends good, turboing the field, and then I had a Baron, of course, go out on one of the wing wheels, and we don't have any, so I had to run down to Huber's, and they had a couple sets, so they hooked me up with them. So on my way back, I seen my brother was bringing the ripper back, so we unhooked it, put his hitch back on the tractor, because we didn't have can't use the hitches, the drawbar top piece for when we were spreading manure, so we took it off, but we got to have it for the disc. So I ran and got that from the shop while he unhooked the ripper, and then we keep the disc and the turbo till and some of the headers over at my farm. So I met him over here. We put the hitch on and hooked her up real quick, got the hoses right, so he's gonna go make sure all the tires and it's got grease and everything else in it. So then he's gonna run over to the farm where we're actually working at. I'm gonna go fix the wheel bearing right now. The shaft was a little ate up, but if anybody has ever tried to pull one of them shafts, the axles, out of them holes on a turbo till, you know that you got to have a torch to do it. So we do not have a torch over at the farm, so I'm going to try to take my wheel grinder, clean her up a little bit, put it on, and hopefully it works. For the rest of this farm, we get it up to the shop, we will take it back off, and we actually have a new shaft, new axle for it, but they are a nightmare to take out. Getting them in's no problem, getting the old one out, horrible. So, but here he is, headed down the road. That's a 34.5 foot disc, so she's a big one. I like to trade it in and get one of the, I think it's a 2620 Deere disc that has the hydraulic baskets right on it. Them things work really well, and plus you can find a lot of real nice used ones right now with Harley. They're going for nothing, because a lot of people don't use disc, and we don't really use it, but it's nice to have one. But she does create a little bit of a ridge. Normally we have boards on her, but the boards are so long you can't put it away with it on there. So we try to keep it inside the shop, one of the buildings. But yeah, it'd be nice to get like a 32 or 33 foot newer style Deere disc. That's a 630, but one with the baskets already on it. Like I said, you can find them pretty cheap now. Everybody's buying vertical tillage, so discs are going pretty good price. That and a field cultivator, 35, 40 foot field cultivator would be ideal. Big time ideal. But gets the stuff paid for. My brother's doing such a great job. You're doing such a great job, Alex. We're so proud of you. Great job. Great job. Alright, I haven't videoed much because I'm in the tractor that we haven't put an auto steer in yet. We got a 2630 and a 6000 sitting at the farm, and I never put it in here, so now I am turboing 120 acres without auto steer, and it totally sucks. Once you have it, you don't, that might sound like you're spoiled, but you're not. You really, it's easier on the equipment, you save less fuel. I mean, you save a lot more fuel, burn a lot less because you're running perfect swipes. And but I have done all that you see behind me, and I'm headed to the front now. But I've been rolling with it. It's just, you know, you can't hold it straight. I don't care who you are, how long you've been farming. You talk all that crap about you can hold a straight line. You can't hold a straight line. Just makes the fields come out a lot more even. I'm probably doing 2 or 3 more passes, maybe probably double that per field, just because of overlap and crookedness and all that crap. So I don't know, but I didn't put it in here. When I went up to help my brother get the disc, that's when I should have actually grabbed it and put it in here, but I had already started. Supposed to rain the next 2 or 3 days. I was trying to hurry up and get back and start this, but ground's working up real nice, real pretty. Actually, with turbo till dead, he's over on the disc on the other side of the farm. This is the big farm that we got that we've been tearing all the trees out around the edges and pushing it back, and he's over on the side where the excavator kind of tore the ground up so the disc works a little bit better, getting everything back to level and the holes filled in. And then I'll go over there with this and you know, smooth it off real nice. My brother, he's somewhere back there doing the he's putting fertilizer, finishing up that. But everything looks good. I'll show you. This is what I'm doing. I've done everything in the back. There's a driveway right here past that old house. Done all this. Now I'm working. I'll show you where this field ends. This is the last field in the back, and then we'll be in the front. Camera broke. That's where the GPS normally goes, right there in that hole. That's where the bracket bolts, but I have not put it in here yet. And I am suffering. I can't video or anything because I got to have my daggone hands on the controls and everything else. Steering wheel. Yes, I'm complaining. When you have GPS, you don't want to go without it. And it's more efficient. It makes your operation more efficient. I don't care what you say, it does. GPS, WAP control, everything. Here's a little driveway right here and it separates it. But GPS, WAP control, it just, everything just, it helps. It pays for itself. Everybody complains about the cost of it, but I believe it pays for itself in the first 2 years. It definitely pays for itself. Nobody hands you a check, but you don't spend as much neither. I sprayed this. It's all been sprayed and killed. It's in the process of dying. It does work up a teeny bit better once you let it die, but with the rain coming for the next 2 or 3 days, we're trying to get the field redone. We got this farm and it's very unlevel. It's the first year we've been on it. And so we're getting it smoothed out, and the turbo till is definitely the thing to be smoothing it out. But yeah, we're getting it all level, and as soon as the weekend gets past and if it dries up, the planter will be over here putting soybeans in. We're going to try them AgriGold beans over here, the ones that we got that we saw in the test plots. I mean, they look damn good. So we're going to try them. And I do have a box replenished, and we'll probably put them maybe somewhere else front or something. But that's what's going on, and I haven't, this first video of the day. Did I make another? I think I made one of my brother bringing a disc over. But all this here, I can video all day. Without all this here, you can't be doing this. So we'll see. I'll get the unit in here. Somebody needs to get a move on. He's holding me up. I got to go. It's working up nice though. Come on, Big Lou, let's get going. He's got an IVT in there, some rope. That tractor handle that disc no problem, even though it's a big disc. It's a 335 horsepower tractor. I got out of my way.